my thesis is here that the Fed is going to come in. So there's no Trump put, but there's going to be a Fed put. The Fed is going to have to come in and cut interest rates significantly to counteract the deflationary impact of Doge. I believe the deflationary impact of Doge far outweighs the inflationary impact of tariffs. But I will say, I was thinking about it this morning a little bit. It's not so much the inflationary impact of tariffs that I think people are worried about. It's just the uncertainty. Businesses can't plan. I saw a note last night regarding any M&A. Like any M&A or private equity transactions, everything's on hold because you just can't do the calculations. You don't know what things are worth, or with the tariffs and everything. So that's all on hold. So that uncertainty is, I'll admit, the uncertainty of tariffs is a big part of what's going on. But I do not believe the inflationary impact of tariffs is going to be something that's going to give the Fed a problem. And this is why I think the bond market's actually wrong right now. I think they're still underestimating the resolve of Trump and Elon Musk to cut government spending. It appears, I think they're going to have a good level of success with that. And I don't think the markets really fully appreciate that yet. And that's why I think you're going to start seeing weak economic data. You're going to continue seeing light CPI that is going to maybe surprise some people because they're like, oh, I thought tariffs were going to raise prices. So I think this is going to make the Fed's job easy to decrease rates, which is going to be bullish TLT. So for me, my play here over the next 6 weeks is buy TLT on weakness. Down 0.8% this morning, especially before data point. We have UMich data at 10 a.m. So I'm going to be adding some TLT calls before the UMich data at 10 a.m. This might be basically my main hedge play, let's call it that. All right. So it's possible we overshoot today. Okay, now I'm only talking about if this is a correction in the bull market. If the net aggregate opinion of all investors lean more bullish towards Trump than bearish, this is the scenario I'm talking about, right? Then you can overshoot that 200 DMA intraday. It's just important where you close. So it's possible you get an overshoot of the 200 DMA either this morning or tomorrow morning. 486 is exactly a 10% correction from the high. Okay, which would be a correction in the bull market, 486. So all of these are possibilities for today, like the mid 480s as an overshoot of the strong supports of 491 to 492, and then we're off to the races. Either way, I'm leaning towards that the bottom is going to be in either this morning or tomorrow morning. All right, at a level of between 480, 546 intraday to a closing level of 491 to 492, based on all these levels of talk. Now, that is all simply a correction in a bull market.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
All right, I think this is a stock you own for the long term, and you can trade throughout the year, buy the dips and sell the rips lightly. Okay, I have a 14% position right now. It's my largest position in my trade account. I think you could imminently go to 31 to 33 today.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
All right, let's do a macro review. Starting with IWM, you might look at this chart and be like, wow, great, the pain's over. IWM hit the 200 DMA, let's go. But the RSI is not as over, look at this, the bottom blue, I can't highlight it, can I? The RSI, there it is not as oversold as it was on the previous drops, which means it could get more oversold and we could break below this 200 DMA. Not only that, but QQQ and SPY, all right, even, even more precarious because they didn't get to the 200 DMA yet, well above the 200 DMA, didn't get to the 50 DMA yet, and the RSI likewise is not oversold yet. Okay, SPY. Wow, SPY's a little healthier. Could that 50 DMA hold? Doesn't always hold though. See that it has not been a great predictor, that 50 DMA. We can dip below the 50 DMA without being the end of the world on SPY. But from market psychology perspective, with the Microsoft news over the weekend, I mentioned this in the last video, and NVIDIA earnings Wednesday, we'll call that a risk event Wednesday. I think that's bad news for QQQ. And 50 DMAs here at 523, man. I gotta say, I think 510 is very much in play here early tomorrow, and potentially all the way down to 500. I don't know. That's how it feels like to me. It feels like, I don't know, I felt it with IWM. That was correction time. You saw me take the hedge on IWM, which worked out brilliantly. But that's what I'm seeing here. So forget about IWM being at the 200 DMA. Focus on this QQQ, Microsoft, NVIDIA dynamic, and this RSI here, which can cause QQQ to make a move to 500 to 510 before or, after the NVIDIA news if it's bad. All right, I feel like we'll have more weakness into the report and a potential bounce after that. But for right now, I'm kind of still bearish. All right, we got that bounce off too. That was beautiful, man. If you were, I was like half asleep on Friday. And if I was in the office, we would have made a ton of money on this because I had high conviction about that 217.50 IWM target. Came fast. Can you believe it? I was saying, hey, by Monday, and we got it the same day. That's crazy. Man, those put options I was in early in the day were up like 500-600%. But I didn't hold the whole way, sadly. And my size was not big, sadly. Best I could do, I was half asleep with the flu. But in any case, I'm not very positive on the macro right now for early in the week. I think, and by the way, another reason I'm not so positive is because if you look at individual charts, like Hood breaking below the 20 DMA, like HIMS, let's go to HIMS, okay, which has more room to the 20 DMA, and take note of the RSIs, okay, maybe even like Axon. I know Axon I'm itching to get in. But even looking at Axon, well, no, Axon's pretty oversold. Pretty oversold. I'm not sure about getting to the 200 DMA on Axon, 445. I mean, that's a gift that happens, 476 gap or so. But there's a lot of charts, a lot of broken charts, which violated key moving averages with RSIs that are not as oversold as in recent previous drops. And that tells me the odds of QQQ taking a further leg down before NVIDIA is very high. Very high risk. That's my view on the macro.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with this.
My thesis is here that the Fed is going to come in. So there's no Trump put, but there's going to be a Fed put. The Fed is going to have to come in and cut interest rates significantly to counteract the deflationary impact of Doge. I believe the deflationary impact of Doge far outweighs the inflationary impact of tariffs. But I will say, I was thinking about it this morning a little bit, it's not so much the inflationary impact of tariffs that I think people are worried about, it's just the uncertainty. Businesses can't plan. I saw a note last night regarding any M&A. Like any M&A or private equity transactions, everything's on hold because you just can't do the calculations. You don't know what things are worth, or with the tariffs and everything. So that's all on hold. So that uncertainty is, I'll admit, the uncertainty of tariffs is a big part of what's going on. But I do not believe the inflationary impact of tariffs is going to be something that's going to give the Fed a problem. And this is why I think the bond market's actually wrong right now. I think they're still underestimating the resolve of Trump and Elon Musk to cut government spending. It appears, I think they're going to have a good level of success with that. And I don't think the markets really fully appreciate that yet. And that's why I think you're going to start seeing weak economic data. You're going to continue seeing light CPI that is going to maybe surprise some people because they're like, oh, I thought tariffs were going to raise prices. So I think this is going to make the Fed's job easy to decrease rates, which is going to be bullish TLT. So for me, my play here over the next 6 weeks is buy TLT on weakness. Down 0.8% this morning, especially before data point. We have UMich data at 10 a.m., so I'm going to be adding some TLT calls before the UMich data at 10 a.m. This might be basically my main hedge play, let's call it that. All right. So it's possible we overshoot today. Okay, now I'm only talking about if this is a correction in the bull market. If the net aggregate opinion of all investors lean more bullish towards Trump than bearish, this is the scenario I'm talking about, right? Then you can overshoot that 200 DMA intraday. It's just important where you close. So it's possible you get an overshoot of the 200 DMA either this morning or tomorrow morning. 486 is exactly a 10% correction from the high. Okay, which would be a correction in the bull market, 486. So all of these are possibilities for today, like the mid 480s as an overshoot of the strong supports of 491 to 492, and then we're off to the races. Either way, I'm leaning towards that the bottom is going to be in either this morning or tomorrow morning. All right, at a level of between 480, 546 intraday to a closing level of 491 to 492, based on all these levels of talk. Now, that is all simply a correction in a bull market.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the D.R.E.
All right, I think this is a stock you own for the long term, and you can trade throughout the year, buy the dips and sell the rips lightly. Okay, I have a 14% position right now. It's my largest position in my trade account. I think you could imminently go to 31 to 33 today.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the D.R.E.
You know, my thesis is here that the Fed is going to come in. So there's no Trump put, but there's going to be a Fed put. The Fed is going to have to come in and cut interest rates significantly to counteract the deflationary impact of Doge. I believe the deflationary impact of Doge far outweighs the inflationary impact of tariffs. But I will say, I was thinking about it this morning a little bit. It's not so much the inflationary impact of tariffs that I think people are worried about. It's just the uncertainty. Businesses can't plan. I saw a note last night regarding any M&A, like any M&A or private equity transactions. Everything's on hold because you just can't do the calculations. You don't know what things are worth, or you know, with the tariffs and everything. So that's all on hold. So that uncertainty is, I'll admit, the uncertainty of tariffs is a big part of what's going on. But I do not believe the inflationary impact of tariffs is going to be something that's going to give the Fed a problem. And this is why I think the bond market's actually wrong right now. I think they're still underestimating the resolve of Trump and Elon Musk to cut government spending. It appears, I think they're going to have a good level of success with that. And I don't think the markets really fully appreciate that yet. And that's why I think you're going to start seeing weak economic data. You're going to continue seeing light CPI that is going to maybe surprise some people because they're like, oh, I thought tariffs were going to raise prices. So I think this is going to make the Fed's job easy to decrease rates, which is going to be bullish TLT. So for me, my play here over the next 6 weeks is buy TLT on weakness. Down 0.8% this morning, especially before data point. We have UMich data at 10 a.m., so I'm going to be adding some TLT calls before the UMich data at 10 a.m. This might be basically my main hedge play, let's call it that. All right. Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 25th. Story Trading VIP pre-market prep. If you didn't join us in the Discord after the beginning of the show yesterday, you really missed out on a lot. Yesterday was a great day for us. A great day, hopefully, for a lot of people. But my long-term account up 6% based on Discord ideas. My trade account based on all the Discord ideas and alerts up over 4% yesterday. OPTT, a big winner yesterday, got in Friday in the 50s and then sold in the 60s yesterday. Hood hit our target of 48.50 yesterday, so that was really, really beautiful. And now it's exceeded that 48.50 target. That may still be in play. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Hymns, we were playing this yesterday. I don't believe it was an emphasis on the morning show, but then we switched to the Discord and the live trading. We were on Hymns really strongly in the afternoon, looking for a price target here of 38.71. 38.71 at the 50 DMA, which I had predicted we would hit this morning, simultaneously with the QQQ hitting the 200 DMA. Very close here pre-market on both counts. QQQ hitting 492.44. The target here 492.55. So missed it so far in pre-market by 11 cents. And Hymns, that target of 38.71, 38.18. So got close, not quite there. I'm hoping we'll hit these targets again or reach for those targets again after the open at 9:30 a.m. So we'll see if we get those targets. But pretty good predictions all around yesterday. The other stock picks I gave you yesterday in the top 5, ASTS. Look at that big open green candle on ASTS. And then along with Hood, there are a number of these high beta growth names I gave you: NBIS, CRDO, TEM, UPSC, and Affirm. All of these I said would do basically in line roughly with what Hood is going to do yesterday, which they did directionally. Tesla, I haven't been trading this. It is my second largest position in my retirement account. Been holding this. Not been trading at all, but we're just watching all the craziness. We did give some price targets yesterday in the Discord, which it did hit 284.69, the final price target for now, up there at the 200 DMA. All right, so that was our success yesterday. I also want to share with you this screen here to show you our year-long picks. There we go. All right, this is 2 picks that I've been very bullish on all year. I've been holding in my retirement account, have not really sold any. Maybe I shaved a little root off. I did sell some $200 covered calls on root yesterday, up 145% year to date. ASTS up 39% year to date. These 2 picks I put into the Wolf Financial competition for picks of the year, and we're winning with an average of 92% on these 2 picks. Look at the returns everywhere else. Not so good. So lots of things you're missing by not being part of our Discord. Rhett, why don't you tell them how to join our Discord?
Yeah, so they can join the Discord by heading over to storytrading.com/Discord and use pre-market 30 for 30% off recurring.
Okay, there you go. So we'll continue with a little bit of a preview here for those on X, and then we're going to say goodbye to X and continue on Discord. So if you want to join us without interruption, hop on right now. You can multitask, go to storytrading.com/Discord and make sure to join us so you can see this. But into some live trading, which we usually take till about 10:30 or 11 a.m. Wow, look at Hood just taking off. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of a macro analysis over here. So 200 DMA was the bounce I was looking for on QQQ. We're basically there. We've basically achieved that 200 DMA bounce. But I personally don't think it's over yet. All right. Now, there may be some volatility at this 200 DMA. Look, the RSI is not overbought yet, and the SPY exceeded the 200 DMA. All right. And the IWM looks like it has a lot more room. Breaking above the 20 DMA looks like a little bit of sky blue over here. So I think this rebound has more to go. And I don't think we're out of the woods by any means. Okay. I kind of agree with my colleague, Godfather, here in terms of SPY potentially having another big leg down after earnings season starts. That is a risk. But in the meantime, I would say maybe for the rest of this week, all right, you're going to. Now, the caveats to that is economic data points. All right. We have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. today, and we have PCE on Friday. So because of those risks And because I think this is just a technical bounce in potentially a little bit of a bear market here, I'm like 50% cash right now. And I have some TLT hedge. I may be adding some more hedge this morning as we get into that 200 DMA, but I'm better off when the market does well, right? So I had a high cash position and hedge coming into Monday, and it didn't work out, but I was still up 4%. All right, because I'm positioned long. I'm just, have a cash position and some hedge, and that's going to continue to be how I play it for now. So I always hope the markets are going to go up, but I'm hedged for the downside and have a high cash position in case we, for example, get rejected at the 200 DMA here, or in case consumer confidence comes in at 10 a.m. and causes the market to go down, or in case PCE Friday comes in and it's bad and causes the market to go down. But my bias is actually towards the upside still. I think because of these RSIs that are not overbought yet. And also, if you look at individual stocks, all right, I really like to look at individual stocks underneath the indices to give me a clue where the indices are going. So some of these popular names that we're following, look at all these major breakouts above moving averages, key moving averages with low RSIs. NBIS over the 20 DMA, CRDO over the 20 DMA, TEM over the 50 DMA, UPST not quite over the 20 DMA yet. They could do that today with that low RSI. Affirm also not quite yet. Tesla, look at all the 20 that are broken. It's trying to meet that 200. So underneath, there's a look at Mobileye this morning too, gapping up at the 200-day moving average on news, right at the 200-day. I wouldn't buy it here on this news, by the way, in this big gap at 1755 with that Volkswagen news. But in any case, lots of beautiful charts. Net is going to be gapping up above the 20 DMA on a big analyst upgrade today. These charts to me look beautiful. All right. There, and some of the smaller caps and the risk assets also doing well. Look at OpFi. Lots of small companies yesterday. Let's just look at this. Actually, how do I show the 1 second? Okay, why isn't it showing? Okay, like here we go. Like look at these like small risk assets. DOMH up 33%, Lunar up 30%, BBI up 20%. Like we were just way oversold. So no matter how bearish you are, technically, fundamentally, whatever it is, no matter how bearish you are, right, you're gonna get these big moves during a down market. And I don't think it's over. I don't think it's a one-day thing. These RSIs on pretty much every chart is still in oversold territory. All right. Caveat being, maybe a pullback on the QQQ. Now let's go to, all right, maybe a pullback at this 200 DMA resistance here. Maybe consumer confidence is going to give a problem. Maybe PCE Friday gives a problem, but that's Friday. All right. So the way I'm just going to play that, I will be taking some profits. Already did here in pre-market as QQQ approaches 200 DMA. Raise a little bit of cash, have a little bit of hedge, but I'm still overall positioned for the upside, and I'd gladly lose my hedge. I have no problem losing my hedge like I did Monday. I had some SPY puts and some TLT calls. I lost all that, but didn't matter. Happy to lose it all. I was up 4% on all of my long positions and 6% in the long-term account. So beautiful day yesterday. So that's the big picture view on the macro. I may be picking up some UVXY hedge this morning ahead of consumer confidence. I'm looking to add more TLT calls if we get to that 50 DMA here around $89. All right, that's the macro view. As far as ERs go, tonight we have GameStop, or tonight and or tomorrow morning. I don't know which is which here, but we have GameStop. I think GameStop's tonight. Then Chewy, Target Hospitality, Dollar Tree, and SURG. I'll be looking at all these. Last night, Oklo and NextGel reported. I don't trade Oklo in the short. If you have a very long-term outlook, I think it's fine. You want to get some of these nuclear speculative plays for your long-term account. SMR, Oklo, whatever it is, you could do that, but don't be surprised if, before this thing breaks 59 years from now, if it does, it could see 12 first, before it breaks 59. So if you have a very long-term outlook, I get the appeal of things like SMR and Oklo, but I'm not playing them, but I like to watch the earnings and see what's happening. I didn't see any reason to jump on this here on this earnings report, down 5%. All right, so Rumble had earnings this morning. Had a small position going into this, so that's not working out, but it was a very small position.
So not a big deal here. The earnings report was mixed, let's say. It was the revenue was a slight beat from what I remember. The EPS may have been a slight miss, but actually maybe not. I think it was I think the adjusted EBITDA may have been better. But the thing that was mixed that I didn't love was the Q1 revenue guide seemed to be a little bit light. So Q1 revenue guide seemed to be a little bit light. Conference calls at 11 a.m. on Rumble. I see no reason to jump on this report as of now. Okay. Now let's head on over to specific stocks. Now, what we're going to do for our folks on the Discord is rank these. So we're going to go through all these briefly, high level, to tell you what the catalysts are and what the charts roughly look like. And then we're going to say goodbye on X and continue live trading on Discord. And as we continue the show, we're going to try to pick the top 5 picks. Now, as you know, wow, such a good signal. When I don't have top 5 picks, it's been a great sign to stay away from the market. All right. There was a stretch of time, Rhett, I don't know. It was maybe like 5 or 6 consecutive days. I'm like, I don't have any picks for you.
Yeah.
That may have been a good signal to just stay away from the market because I timed that pretty good with the market declining. I'm like, I don't have picks for you, so I'm not going to force it. All right. So I aim for top 5, but nothing's forced. If I don't find if I don't find one, we won't even have one pick. All right. But let's go through this. OPTT, which we killed Friday into Monday, had a little bit of news this morning. So there may be a rebound opportunity here. We'll discuss that possibility after we hang up on you guys on X. Robinhood. We have an event on Robinhood yesterday. So part of the thesis of why Robinhood, we just nailed this so much. This was like my main focus during the downturn. I added to my retirement account. My trading account, I did not do well, even though like this was like the best stock to buy. It's just I couldn't handle the chop and the volatility and the emotions, the intraday. It was just too hard for me. So I actually didn't benefit too much from trying to trade and find the bottom in my short-term account. Long-term account did great. Yesterday on Hood, we did great because it was the #1 pick of the day. So I made some money on Robinhood yesterday. And I don't think this is necessarily over. We have a catalyst tomorrow, which we talked about yesterday morning. Big price target increase to $90. I forgot which analyst, and they noted the event coming up tomorrow where the analysts expect some new services to be launched, financial advisory services. So this one, not quite over, I don't think. Look at the RSI, not overbought yet with that event coming up tomorrow. HIMS, we nailed this yesterday. Again, price target here. I kept some overnight for a price target of 38.71, or let's call it. Let me just double check this, right? Yeah, we're above those candles. 38.65. Let's call it. You know what? Let's call it 38.50. All right, let's do a little bit short of these targets. So 38.50. That's the price target on HIMS. So we're pretty close to that. We're at $38 now. All right. Lunar got on this late yesterday, but we did well on it late in the afternoon. We were riding this to our target. Target I gave you was 9.55. Basically, top of this gap. The range I gave you, 9.55 to about 10 was the target range of 200 DMA. There's a gap fill at 10.25. So we did well on this in our live trading yesterday. Held some overnight. Hit the 9.55 target. I sold it there at 9.60. So that was another win overnight. Just going to point out Sinestech, our client, their paid sponsor of Story Trading. We did a Wolf Financial Spaces with Sinestech yesterday and heard some really interesting things about the New York pilot program they have going on for rat control, the New York City pilot program going on. If that works out before they have to do another raise, right? If that happens, let's see, I think they have a good couple of quarters before they need to raise money either through ATM or warrant offerings or whatever. They have a good runway here. They have enough cash for like 3 to 4 quarters, but they got to plan ahead. So a couple quarters before we see any kind of negative news on dilution. If they get this New York City program to expand before then, or any other shots on goal that they're looking at, or whatever, you could really see this thing explode. So a lot of interest in our community on Sinestech. You can take a look at that interview. Oh, you know what we need to do, Rhett, is we need to get a 30-minute clip out of that.
From the Spaces post.
Yeah, and then publish that so people can find it easily and just watch it like in a embedded video on X or YouTube or whatever. So we'll get that for you guys, but you can always find the link, search on Wolf Financial or our timeline, and you can find that interview we had yesterday at 1 p.m. It was on the small cap show we do every Monday, 1 p.m. with Wolf Financial. All right, so those are some catalysts up here. Let's see. Some other catalysts were DJT with some news last night on partnership with Crypto.com to launch some ETFs, not only for cryptocurrency, but also for Made in America themed stocks. So that's interesting here. Let's look at the chart. DJT up here, building like a pre-market base here around 2250. If you look at the daily, 20 DMA, 2150 candle support at 2221, while previous resistance now support 2221. So that's something that'll be on our radar, and we'll see if we make that a top pick. We'll find out in our Discord in just a few minutes. For our Discord community on this particular live stream. OppFi, Godfather has been all over the dip on this, so has done well on OppFi. Special dividend of 25 cents this morning, 50 DMA, 1160. Looks like it could be a shoe-in. All right. Cloudflare, net. Now, I've never traded this name. I don't know why. I never traded it, but just going to point out some, big catalyst this morning. I noted it in the Discord this morning with a price target at the 50 DMA at 135. Wow. So I should have just taken my own alert. So it was around 130, 131 at the time. Wow. Yeah, definitely should have taken my own alert. It's already up like almost
It's going there fast.
Yeah. So 135 was I said 135 in play today on this big upgrade from the analyst. I put the upgrade on their news channel in the Discord. I actually don't see it. Here we go. Okay. Bank of America going from 60 to 160. That is huge. Okay. And I heard it's like a double upgrade, which means they probably went from, did they go from sell to buy? Maybe. That's what a double upgrade means, because what's below buy is hold. So they probably went from a sell to a buy. 60 to 160 on Cloudflare. That's crazy. So that's in play. Target 50 DMA, 135. Pretty much already a couple dollars. Those folks who got that alert on Discord. Let me throw that up there so we can look at it more closely in a few minutes. Let's keep going down here. There's some other news. Mobileye. This one, I'm not interested in this one. Whereas Cloudflare may have a little bit more juice in it today. This, I don't get why it's moving so much. It's just the market now. As I was saying, we're in that moment where everything is so oversold that when you get a catalyst, it's good. Things move on catalyst right now. This is gapping up 1750. Some deal with Volkswagen, but I feel like I've seen dozens of these type of deals with car companies. Mobileye has, and during that time where they've gotten dozens of these type of deals, the stock has come down from 45 to 17. It doesn't look like an inflection point catalyst to me that deserves a 14% gap, in my opinion. But you can take a look at that 200 DMA right there at resistance. So that's that. Now, let me just see if there's any new catalysts that came in since we started the show here. Just 1 second. I don't see anything too new. There might be anything that showed up in our Discord. Let me know, Rhett. So in any case, okay, that's your review of stocks here, which potentially could be in the top 5. Are we going to go ahead and order these now for folks who are Discord members? We're going to turn off the stream on X. We're going to order these top 5 or so. Rum is taking a hit now on that earnings report, and we'll continue live trading into 9:30 a.m. Thank you, everyone who's joined us on X. We'll see you at storytrading.com/Discord. 30% off, recurring. Every month you get 30% off if you use that code there. Pre-market 30. Is that the code? Right?
Pre-market 30.
All right. Take care. If you're on our Discord, stay here on this live stream. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, great. So let's see. I should have sold rum quick when I saw that. So rum has support at 758. I guess if you're interested, you can play that support. I didn't find the report too compelling myself. The DJT has a much stronger chart on this crypto news, so maybe something we'll look at here. Cloudflare Cloudflare going to make. This is very strong chart. Big upgrade from Bank of America. Now, I'm not going to say buy it here at 132.50, 132.90, but I'm going to keep this in the top list. This is something maybe I'll intraday trade. If there are dips, maybe I'll pick it up. You got that support at the 20 DMA, 127.76. I'll watch this, maybe buy the dip, sell the rip, scalp around, kind of like some small scalps on the way to 135. Maybe I'll do that because I just don't feel like buying something that's gapped up $9 right now. So that is Cloudflare. OpFi looks like an easy move here to the 50 DMA of 1160. Just keep in mind as I'm talking about these stocks that we do have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. and the QQQ is right near our target. Okay, so this is, reason for caution here this morning. I already sold the Lunar this morning at the target. HIMS is close to the target. I might just sell it right now just so I can focus on some other things. But HIMS, the target was 38.70. Call it maybe 38.50. I'll put that up on the top so we can keep an eye on it here. So HIMS like another 50 cents to go maybe. QQQ like maybe $1 to go, and then you get consumer confidence. So, I think you got to take some profits where you can here. Let's see. So, what I'm really interested in doing, to be honest with you, is picking up. I'm going to put TLT at the top and UVXY at the top. Okay. So my plan initially was like take some profits at the 200 DMA and then like position for some downside again. But I think there's a very good chance we overshoot on the 200 DMA and maybe have a little bit of a bull market, for 2 or 3 days before the next leg down. It's just I'm not sure how the market's going to react to consumer confidence. So that if we had a clean runway without consumer confidence and we only had PCE Friday, I'll be a little bit more taking on more risk. But with this 200 DMA here, consumer confidence at 10 a.m., I think it's a good time to take some profits, maybe add a little bit of UVXY hedge. I wanted to add more TLT hedge, but we're here at 89.50. I really wanted to do that at 89. So I'm going to have to see how it opens and where we are. Live trade with us. We'll see. All right, I'm not going to jump at the open. I'm not going to jump at the open and buy UVXY or TLT at the open. But these are two things I'm looking to maybe add before 10 a.m. consumer confidence. So that's on my mind. And I haven't gotten to a top 5 at all yet in any way whatsoever here. All right.
Yeah.
I like net and OpFi. If we're going to have a top 5, I'm going to say net for that one, only a couple dollars left. OpFi for 50 cents left. Not much, guys. So net OpFi, maybe DJT. But again, this is more like let's watch it, and if there's support with the volatility in DJT, that might work. HIMS, I have a sell order in pre-market. Only 3 minutes left. Fidelity cancels your pre-markets at 9:28 a.m.
I'm personally waiting till 10 a.m. to do anything.
Yeah. So I did buy OPTT at 54 cents. All right. You know what? Let me put. I gotta put Hood back here. So I'm gonna put like a top 5 stocks to kind of watch, right? So it's gonna be. Let's go. Hood, net, OpFi. Okay. Hood, net, OpFi, DJT. Hood, net, OpFi, DJT, OPTT. All right. And HIMS, I'm looking at basically it's so close to our target. Let's just sell that here. What? Yeah, we're going to sell that here soon. All right. So these are like top 5 that we're watching, but not don't want to be judged by the open price on this, right? So it's not like we usually do, right?
Yeah.
Where it's an all clear, buy it at 9:30 a.m., sell it at 4 p.m., and you make a profit. No, that's typically that's the goal with these top 5. But because consumers constantly at 10 a.m., I have no confidence that whatever you buy at 9 a.m. is going at 9:30 a.m. is going to be, at a better price than the 4 p.m. close. So I can't really for any of these top 5. These are top 5 to watch. So Hood, Net, OpFi, DJT, OPTT. These are currently on the top of my list. I'll be selling him shortly. And then also I'm looking to add UVXY and TLT hedge. All right. Looking to add UVXY and TLT hedge, but in small size. Okay. Because I think the real opportunity to hedge is going to be at the end of this week, I think. Maybe ahead of PCE, maybe right after PCE, basically heading into earnings season. All right. That's the thesis I'm on alignment with the Godfather in terms of the S&P companies having to revise guidance down or not give guidance because of uncertainty and all that kind of stuff. I fully believe in that. And I think it's just a matter of kind of finding the top here and then hedging. I'm just thinking it's possible this move goes for a few more days. So maybe add a little bit of hedge here on UVXY, TLT ahead of consumer confidence, and then maybe hope I lose that money, to be honest with you, right? Until Thursday. And then get bigger hedge, UVXY, TLT Thursday afternoon ahead of PCE. I think maybe that's my game plan here and hope for that SPY that's already over the 200 DMA to drag the QQQ up above the 200 DMA. We'll just have to see how the market reacts to consumer confidence at 10 a.m. first, okay? So that's the macros. I got the QQQ, UVXY, and TLT right at the top because of those macro moves I want to make with hedge a little bit today and then more so Thursday, end of day, and we'll analyze, how the market reacts to consumer confidence. And then we have these individual stocks we're watching for, opportunities. Did I sell? I didn't sell my HIMs yet. We'll be watching this Hood, Net, OpFi, DJT, OPTT. All right. So that's the plan, guys. It's 9:28 a.m. Let me take a sip.
You see that comment? What Mike said?
No.
Looks like DOMH is moving tandem with DJT.
Yeah, that was a big
AI data centers. Yeah.
So was there news on DLMH today? DLMH investing in AI data centers and opening. Is that new or that's old news? I don't know. All right.
Pull it up right here and see.
So anyway, we'll put DOMH up there, but it had a big move yesterday. I'm like, I'm not going to chase this after it was up 33% yesterday, but we'll throw it on the watch list. Okay. So yeah, the first thing I need to do, I want to take my profits on HIMS. Not loving this open on QQQ here. Look at that. Wow. But I want to find some opportunity. Look at TL. I was really hoping TLT would open at 89. It's really hoping TLT opens at 89. We'll see if we get there. Maybe we can get there today. So really at the open, only thing I'm looking to do is I still have some Rumble I need to sell and take a loss on. Pretty small
At a
size.
key resistance level, key level for the Qs. It was at 492.29.
And I want to sell HIMS. Okay. So all right. So I'm going to be selling some HIMS and Rumble this morning. And I'm in OPTT at 54 cents from pre-market. And we're just going to look for opportunities on the rest of these. Net dropping from 134 to 130. Do I want to? I'm not sure I want to do anything before 10 a.m. like you were saying.
Yeah, I think it's just better to sit on our hands and wait.
I mean, the only thing I might do before 10 a.m. is add some UVXY and TLT. Should I add some UVXY now? Maybe I will. Maybe I'm not in any trade shares of Hood right now, and that's like my top stock to watch because of the event tomorrow. Watch me miss out on Hood. It's just I think I want to get some UVXY hedge now. Okay, HIMS is coming into the target. All right, so HIMS is coming into our target. We'll be able to sell that soon. Let me just put a limit order. HIMS. Maybe I'll just sell it now. I think I'm just going to sell the HIMS now. It's close enough. My target's 38.70. We're at 38.40. No, the spread is big. All right, let me get 38.49. I'm gonna put a 38. 38.49 sell order on HIMS. Oops, you're attempting to sell. Oh, what? Did it sell already? I don't understand. What happened to my HIMS? At 500 shares, stupid me. Ah, man, should have taken more risk. All right, so 38.49 sell order on HIMS. Oh, look at Hood again. Oh, jeez. And DJ, a couple nice stocks to watch. Doing okay here this morning. Hood. Oh, jeez. I keep missing Hood. I want to get some
Big
UVS
volume this morning
on what, Hood?
on DJT.
Yeah. DJT. All right. Oh, did I sell him? I must have sold HIMS. All right. So HIMS target hit. Can you put an alert somewhere in the Discord? HIMS hits the target of 38.50. Takes him off the table. All right. HIMS hits the 38.50 target. Should have kept the call options, right? Oh, well. All right. So that's that. Hood coming back in. Nah, I'm just gonna get like 200 shares of Hood so I don't have FOMO today. All right, good. I got 200 shares of Hood so I don't have FOMO. That's good. Now, let's move on to this. UVXY hedge ahead of consumer confidence. That's something I want to do. Let's look down below. Oh, good avoid on Mobileye. Ooh, ASTS is pumping. Let's throw that to the top. I kept some unhedged ASTS overnight. I should have
You know
mentioned
what's
this.
ripping is about to go to the highs. Qs. Let me pull that chart up real quick on here. I mean, IWM. Not. Sorry, misspoke.
IWM?
Yeah.
Yeah, that chart was beautiful in IWM.
Break 209.23, couple cents away. Could rip. But
Let's see.
not taking anything at the moment.
TSSI hits the, I think it was a 1020 or 1030 target I gave it. So that's looking good. You know what? I think I'm going to get a little bit of UVXI hedge here ahead of consumer confidence. But I gotta say, I'm pretty bullish. I'm not as I'm not as bearish as the Godfather is right now. I think this rally can last a few days. So UVXY $19. Yeah, I'll go $19. Yeah, $19.
I would say Hood is a good one to watch if we can break above this 87,800 ish level on Bitcoin.
But Hood is moving for more reasons than just Bitcoin. And if you check the chart of Hood versus Bitcoin, I'm sure it's dramatically outperformed. They have a big catalyst tomorrow. So that's going to be a big part of it.
But it helps it though at the same time.
Yeah, it absolutely helps it, but it's not required. Look at this DJT. Jeez, I didn't do DJT. Wow. Get this up to the top. Had a good sell there on HIMS. Wow. Did our target out? Oh, I didn't even talk about Berna. So much going on. Okay, Berna's 1820 by 1850. Very surprising the weakness in this. And you're telling me IWM is up this morning?
Yeah, it was when I just checked. Now it's coming
No.
back on.
But Berna has been
Yeah, I couldn't
unbelievably
get above that level.
weak. Oh, look at that UVXY hedge I just picked up. People are getting scared ahead of consumer confidence right now.
Yeah, everything's rolling over.
Maybe when we get a little bit more UVXY hedge here. My count's down. Why is it down? What am I down on today? Today's gain loss. Oh, Berna. It's burn. It's almost all Berna and PBI. Mostly Berna.
PBI's not that much.
Yeah, I got calls and
Oh,
also for Berna I have call options. So yeah. So yeah, I'm getting hurt by Berna in my account right now. It's not working out yet. Into the DJT yet. Wow, that was a nice sell on Hims. I think I'm gonna sell the Rumble here.
I gotta find where I got this. I had on Spy.
I'm out of Rumble. Look at this Hims here. I'm wondering if I should buy the dip because I sold 38.50. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, I had this level marked for Spy of 574.54, and then initially he's bouncing off it, literally exactly off it on this candle. So we'll see. I gotta find where I pulled this level from.
The Spy is so good right now. I mean, there's nothing to worry about here yet.
No,
Look how far above these. I mean, you have a candle resistance of 575.66. Oh my god, I hit it to the penny. That's crazy. You see that?
yeah, I know. I'm looking at it. I have it on
See,
all these ways.
you see the candle on March 7th? The high of the day was 575.66.
Yep.
It hit that to the penny and pulled back. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's
But
crazy how it works.
looking, I gotta be honest with you, these indices are looking good. I'm probably gonna lose money on the UVXY hedge, but we'll see what. Never know what consumer confidence says. I don't even know. Like as a what's good for consumer confidence. A light consumer confidence is that good because people go, oh, they can lower rates, or a strong consumer confidence that'll be good because they're like, oh, maybe recession isn't as much of a worry. I don't even know what paradigm we're in right now. I think we're in the paradigm where we need a strong consumer confidence because I don't even know why, but I think the concern is more about recession right
Yeah.
now. I don't think we're going to get a strong consumer confidence. I think we're going to get a weak consumer confidence. But how the market reacts to that, that's the question. Will it be like, oh, that's good because now, that means the economy is going to weaken and then the Fed can lower rates, or I don't know, because technically we're in a good place, and when we're in a good place technically, catalysts tend to be interpreted positively. But let's see, very disappointed in Berna. We got our UVXY hedge. Wow, look at TEM has been really strong. Man, I'm having DJT FOMO. This chart's beautiful. You see this DJT chart?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It does look good.
So strong. So strong. Maybe I gotta buy 100 shares just not to have FOMO. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 100 shares so I don't have FOMO. $2,000. All right. Now no more FOMO. I don't know why I'm like that, but I just feel like I need to participate. It's not a good thing. Let's see. Ah, Chrome is actually moving up now. That it bounced right off of that 200 DMA back to the 20
You
DMA.
called that though on the show.
Yeah, but I didn't. I said if you want to, if you liked. I didn't take it myself. Yeah.
Man, it is freezing in my room right now.
Look at DJT. Keep going. So now I got some shares. Nice. QQQ looking good, huh? Him is going back up. Today feels like, yeah, difficult chop right now until we get a direction after consumer confidence. I don't know why Burna's so weak. Let's look at some targets for DJT. So DJT's been very strong. Pre-market high 24.13. So that's one resistance. It looks like it's heading there. Wow. Well, look at this sky blue. So many charts like this. Okay, I would say the next target after 24.13 is 25. 24.13. If you break that, I would even say here 26. 25 to 26 could be in play on DJT. 25 to 26 in play on DJT, especially if you break 24.13. Got that, Rhett?
25.
25 to 26 target if you break 24.13.
Yeah, I mean, and we're not even overbought yet on the RSI on the daily either.
No, I know. That's something. There's a lot of charts like this that still have a lot of room.
This one I may. Thing is, do I wait until 10 a.m. or should I feel like this is just going to make a beeline to it?
I don't know. Let me just check the charts underneath for a second. TEM has been such a beast.
Pick up like
VG is looking good this morning. Yeah, most of the individual stock charts are worse than QQQ. Gold is really strong this morning.
contracts.
Really at DJT contracts.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. Probably go out this week.
Market dropping. Man, I would have loved to get TLT $89. Oh my gosh, we're there like in pre-market. The 89.15 in pre-market. Now look at HIMS. What a nice sell we had on HIMS.
I'm gonna try to get a little starter position on this one. On DJT, I probably won't get filled. I put it super low, so we'll see.
Which contract?
I'm just doing the 25 for this week. It's not the best one, but spread's not bad. Normally, the spread is a little bigger on these. So, oh wow, it did
Yeah,
good.
I would do like 22.50 to 23 personally. That's more money. But a lot of these charts intraday are doing worse than the indices. So that could be a warning sign here. What else we got down here?
Now we wait.
Wow, what a great sell on hymns. I'm trying to.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I only have 500 shares overnight. 3690 support. 3690, is that the pre-market? Yeah, wow, it went to 3690. Was at 4 a.m. 3690. I might try some hymns. It's a scary day.
Yeah.
Consumer confidence coming up though. 3690. I might try it anyway. 3690. It didn't quite get there. 3710. 30. Somewhere in there, I might try it. We'll see. 3690 to 37. Let's look at the daily. It's a little bit scary because it already got rejected. Already met the objective there at the 50 DMA. Close enough anyway. 3870 versus 3895. I think I'm gonna get more UBXY hedge.
I guess I should have waited to jump into DJT.
Okay, I'm doing the
Look at that.
$19 calls for this week on UBXY. DJT. Oh, should I try DJT now?
Good thing I didn't add much.
I'm gonna get some DJT now. DJT.
Is the whole market doing this, or is this just?
I'm getting common shares of DJT right now. Ooh, look at that. All right, you know what? Let me get more. I'm gonna get 600 common shares. Market. Boom. All right, I got some DJT there. Look at gold spiking. QQQ dropping. Ooh, maybe I think I'm gonna let me buy a little bit more UVXY here. Oh, I have 500. Yeah, should I sell my STS here? You know what? I'm going to sell. I have 500 shares uncovered on ASTS. I'm going to sell that too. Don't need that right now. Everything else should be fully covered. Okay. Sold that. Hims went to 36.90 and to the penny. Now, this is my problem right now. I'm absolutely getting destroyed on Burna. This chart does not look great either. I don't know what Godfather and I may be missing other than people just don't like the valuation. Not sure. Oh my gosh, I would have loved to pick up TLT at 89. At least I got UBXY.
10 minutes.
Hims at 37 would have been. Look at that, 36.90. It just bounced off the pre-market low. But it's just hard to do this 10 minutes before consumer confidence. I can't.
Yeah, that's
That's
risky.
All right. Oh, UBXY. Nice. Oh my gosh, my account's getting murdered on Burna. Come on, Burna. All right. Let's see. UBXY. I'm up 5%. My average price is 70. No, I'm up more than that. Okay. 1/7. I don't have that much UVXY though. 0.5% position. I'm up 14% on UVXY calls right now. 0.5% position. Should have gotten more. And then I could have sold half right before 8:30. That was the play on UVXY.
Yeah, that was a great play.
Yeah, I didn't get enough. 1948. Let's see, 78 cents now.
Starting to get overbought on 5-minute for UVX. Excuse me.
UVXY.
Yeah.
We're at 80 cents. All right, I'm gonna sell 20% of my position for a little scalp gain here. 70 cents entry. Trying to exit at 80 cents. I did that, but I want more to tell you the truth. Let's if we get a drop. All right. Hims would have been beautiful. 36.90. Damn it.
Yeah, we should.
I got DJT though. Where I got DJT at?
You should have got it at a nice.
600 at 22.84. Okay, that makes up for not picking up Hims. All right, I'm gonna sell some DJT here. Come on. Oh my! I hate Fidelity with a passion. So I'm selling half of my DJT here. Half would be 350 shares. All right, so a little bit of scalp win on DJT right there. Gold is looking really good, man. Look at that. That looks strong.
GLD.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, that does.
All right, take a look.
Like it wants to fly when it breaks above this.
It does look like very, very strong, man. You know what? Anytime I'm buying some gold right now. Let's go. Let's buy some gold. All right, so gold buy to open calls. I'm gonna get March 28th. Strike to 80. They're expensive, man.
Well, yeah, they are.
They're expensive. I don't know. How about next week? Yeah, I'm gonna get Mondays. All right, I just got 280. The chart's too good. GLD 280 strike from Monday at $1.54. Just picked up 10 of those. The UVXY I can buy back. Let's see. UVXY. All right, just gonna buy back some UVXY here. A little. Okay. All right, so now I got some gold in UVXY hedge, some TLT hedge still from earlier. Man, I should have picked up that 36.90 on Hims. Damn. QQQ, look at that pop. Oh, that's why Hims went up. OPTT, 54 cents from pre-market. I forgot about that. Let me put that at the top. Wow, what a nice avoid on Mobileye. Hope some people took my advice there and stayed away. Or shorted it. That would have been a move. I gave a pretty good argument to short Mobileye. I should have done that. TEM pretty strong. Still have a few Boeing calls I gotta sell soon. Laser still under manipulative pressure.
Did you expect them to win that contract or no?
Who? What? Which one?
Boeing?
I wasn't following it at all. I had no opinion on it. Gold promptly drops right after I get in.
Yeah. Same. I followed.
Wow, QQQ is so strong. Oh, look. Hope I lose my hedge. Four minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot imagine that consumer confidence would come in good. But the reaction, though, you never know. It might be bad numbers and it just goes up anyway.
Yeah.
If people are still in that bounce mode and use any headline as an excuse to continue the bounce, like that shit happens. So I really don't know what direction it's going to go. Can't believe Burn has been so weak. Let's see if anyone's buying any options. $20s are $1. 1750s are $2. May 1750s 270. That might be better. Anyway, I got too much at this point. TLT is looking great. Oh man, I wanted cheap TLT. Let me see what I have in TLT right now. TLT. I got.
You up on the gold yet? I'm up 2%.
Really? I haven't looked at it. Hold on. Let me see. TLT. No, I really need the only one that's close to the money is Monday $90. That's not bad. Monday 90, but I wanted to buy the Monday 89 when this thing hit 89, but did not hit 89. Gold popped again? How are you up on it? Didn't we buy it like around? Let's see.
No, mine's showing them up. GLD.
GLD. Let me check the bid. So I got in at $1.55, and the bid is 149 now. What do you get in at?
Oh, I bought this week's though.
Oh,
I didn't follow. I
oh,
didn't get
I
Monday.
bought Monday. Yeah, I bought
Yeah.
Mondays.
So.
Oh, look at this TLT. Oh my god, what a gift if it opened to 89. Oh my gosh, I really wanted that. I wanted 89 so bad. Oh my gosh. Look at TLT go.
Yeah, that was a good sell you had on DJT. Did you sell all of it or no?
Half. I should have sold all, right?
Yeah. Tanking again.
Should I just sell the rest here? I think I'll be in the green still. Let me see. Close positions. DJT 67.
Yeah, 4 seconds. Let's see. 3, 2, 1.
I don't have my alerts on or nothing. I hear it. Hold on. I didn't have my TV on. If someone knows what it is, just shout it out. Got TLT flying on whatever the number is. TLT, VX, or Y are flying on this.
Yeah, I think it was bad.
Sell the rest of the DJT here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get out of that because if that's bad, I don't feel like just holding the rest of these shares. Trade.
But look at TLT. Oh my gosh, I wanted the 89 so bad. Anyone know what the numbers were? I don't see it. Oh wait, something came. Consumer confidence lowered. 92.9 versus 94. 92.9 versus 94. Not a surprise.
That'll be good for gold.
Question is, how's the market going to react? And that I tell you, I still have no idea how the market's going to react. I'm just happy I have some TLT and UVXY hedge and some gold hedge, but are they going to shake it off to continue a technical bounce? It's possible. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I have no idea. That UVXY is good. Let me see if I own anything else that I could sell. I'm not
There
selling.
you go. Let's go gold.
I could sell my hood. Okay. Yeah, let me do that. Oh, OPTT and PBI I have. Yeah, 55. Yes, so. Gold is good. UVXY is good. CLT, I really wanted $89 calls.
Gold pickup is working out great.
Nice.
Up 10%.
I'm wondering, is it too late to buy more TLT? Let's see. TLT.
Looks like Q's want to flush down. Q's just flipped red, and it came back. Let's see.
You know what? I'm adding a little bit more of my $90 TLT calls. I just really wanted the cheap $89 ones. Oh well. All right, UVXY, holding on to that. So the only thing I'm in long really is Berna and the ASTS, which is fully covered at this point.
Oh my!
And
He's
OPTT.
flying up 22% now. My
Oh,
contract.
nice.
Probably will take some off the table here.
XY gold.
Beautiful.
Let me see. UVXY, I'm up $500 on. TLT 90s. That's really the ones I care about here. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of profit.
You see this
Okay.
handle on GLD?
I haven't looked at it yet.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
Let me take a screenshot.
GLD looks beautiful, huh? Let's see how
Up
much we got.
32% now. Wow, these contracts are flying.
All right, let's see. 280 calls. I only got 10 of them at 155. They're now 175. So I'm gonna hang on to that. GLD. That chart is beautiful in GLD. I'm gonna hang on to that. OPTT is up now. I'm green on that. I have not sold that yet. Market seems okay here.
Closing in on 40% on those contracts.
Wow, look at gold go. Wow.
Yeah, that was a great call out, Ben. Good job.
NASDAQ doesn't seem too concerned though. That's the biggest reaction is gold.
Yep. That was the play right there.
Oh, OPTT's green. All right, we broke the pre-market high on OPTT, right? So I'm gonna put a sell order at 59 cents on OPTT.
Trade.
OPTT.
So,
Sell 10,000 at 59. Oh wait, how much OPTT did I buy? Oh, 20,000. Oh, hold on, let me fix that order. Place 20,000. 59. Okay. So,
the other stuff. Q. Back. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of all these right here. I'm up nice on them.
gold.
Yeah.
Anytime I don't listen to you, I usually regret it. So I'm just gonna sell half of them. I meant to I'm only up $250, 16%. I'll sell half, and maybe I can buy it back lower or something.
Just because the indices are starting to fly again, so I just got sold. Just got filled. Hopefully this thing doesn't keep flying. Such a nice. Oh my. Yeah, that thing could keep flying.
What's gonna fly?
I'm just looking at gold. I just sold one mine. I may regret it, but I think in total it was 30. Hold on, let me see. I think it was like 34% in total.
You know what? I think I might just sell OPTT at 56 cents on a day like today. In at 54, out at 56. I think I might do that. I'm gonna do that.
Man, we're just in this chop zone for the indices.
I'm out at 56 cents. Let me just put that in.
All right. Let me post these screenshots for.
Which one you got? May 20 and 17. You got on Berna. Thinking of getting May. Oh, that's the one you got. Yeah. That is one I was eyeing. Was May 1750 on Berna. I think I'm gonna get a few of those. I'm just. Let's see. Options. Berna. Buy to open. Call May 1750. And get them at 270. That wouldn't be bad, but man, I don't know. I already have a big position, and ERs have been terrible lately.
So far, that was the right move to sell gold.
So yeah, not surprised. Consumer confidence weak, but the market wants to go up anyway.
Yeah,
But not surprised at all. Really not. We are in.
crazy.
I've seen this happen. I'm gonna keep my TLT hedge for PCE Friday, but I'm out of my. I'm sold my UVXY hedge out of that. The gold is not a bad hedge either. Let me see. Oops, what happened here? GLD 5. I'm still up on. Okay, I'll get out of the GLD too, but I think it's gonna do good. All right. So the only hedge I'm keeping now is TLT. Out of the gold, out of the UVXY. Wow, 1058.
Oh, what just shorted that? Holy cow!
What?
I was picked up it's this energy company I was looking at to swing some contracts. I'm up 27% on them. How did that just break?
I might be done for today. I don't know what else. Hold on. I have a doctor's appointment.
That
11:30.
was the right play. Let's go. I don't know if the Q's break out right here. I may get an entry, and I'll alert that if I see it.
Look at OPTT. Keep on going.
Yeah, that was good. You gonna swing the rest of those GLD calls or no?
No. I'm all out. I'm out. GLD and EVXY. I think my thesis. I had two alternative theses, and one of them was going to shrug off. Oh my gosh! Look at OPTT. I sold it early. Yeah, market's shrugging it off. Market's shrugging it off and just continuing the technical rally. That's
Crazy.
I'm not surprised. So only hedge I'm keeping is TLT for PCE next week. Getting back into hood here. Common shares. Oh my gosh. I had initially a sell order at 59 on OPTT. It hit 58.91.
Oh, jeez.
But I canceled it. I sold it 56 cents. Oh well, whatever. I made a few $100. Take it. I don't feel like being aggressive with anything else here today.
Mm-mm.
The only thing that I just got back into is hood because of the catalyst tomorrow. And QQQ's strong. So strength of QQQ and catalyst tomorrow has me back in hood, but most of these charts underneath are pretty not great. I'm trying to get into some burn 1750 calls. I haven't filled yet. DOMH up 10% apparently. EJT, there's DOMH.
Man, Mike had the right call on that one.
On what, DOMH?
Yeah. Oh, it sold off first and then it ripped.
Oh,
Dude, about that dip, it was a 9% move.
With DJT and DMH looking good. Look at QQQ keep going.
Yeah, it's breaking out. That's good. But actually, no, it didn't break out yet. It's right
The
there.
high 492.44, 200 DMA, 492.71. Oh, wait a second. I thought it was 492.50. Weird. I thought it was 492.55. Weeble's giving me different numbers. This morning it said 492.55 for the 200 DMA. Now it says 492.71. I don't know what that's about. All right. Anyway, we are getting close to that on QQQ.
Crazy. Man, these calls are cheap today for the Qs.
Oh yeah.
It's weird.
No one thinks they'll break at 200 DMA. Maybe.
I guess from the looks of it. Let's look at the puts. Puts almost the same. That's weird.
I really need Burn as my big play right now. By far, that's what I need. I really need Burna to work out. And then TLT could be a big winner if we get to like 92, 93 bucks by Friday, which is probably not going to happen, but you never know. PTT, I sold a little early. UVXY is coming back. I'm not going to play with that anymore. Got my TLT, that's enough. Good call on selling gold. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I was just looking at the other charts and just made sense. Where is
Market is boring me today. I feel like there's no exciting catalyst to play. Is there a stock that's like up all day on a strong catalyst?
Let me go through my list.
Oh, look at VG. Whoa, interesting. Up at the top.
Yeah, VKTX straight down. If you want the opposite move.
VKTX. Oh god, I still. I've kept a large position in my retirement account for like.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I just haven't. So I've never sold it. I'm just keeping that for a buyout. That's never coming apparently. All right. VG is strong. Check out VG. That's that nat gas company that the Trump administration gave them a license for that they were waiting for. That Biden wasn't giving them permit for. That's strong today.
Nothing's VG. Yeah, let me see. Let me pull it up now. Yeah, that is very strong. Q's next candle. Let's see. Opened up.
Just make sure I don't have any ASTS. No, everything is covered on ASTS or prices. 24.50, 26.50. So called away, and 28 will be called away. I'll take it actually. All of my ASTS is slated to be called away by Friday. This VG, that's a nice chart on a day like today, Brett.
Yeah, it is.
You gonna do something about it?
I may pick up a few. I may just pick up common though.
I'm picking up common shares. Getting 1,000 common shares here. I just got in. So I got some common VG. I need Burner to turn around. I got the TLT hedge. Wow, DJT very hard today. Look at the volatility on DJT. How do you play that? You buy it here or just ignore it?
I don't know. I'm probably just gonna hold out on the sidelines for this one.
NBIS down 5% today. Oh, I do have Hood. I buy Hood at. Hood I bought at 48.25. You know what? I'm gonna sell half of it. My position's too big. I don't know why I did that. I bought 1,000 shares. 48.25. Sell me. Sell half of that. Okay, that's more comfortable. 500 hood now for tomorrow.
What's happening here?
BG looking good. TLT hanging in there. Oh, so strong, QQQ.
Yeah, I'm doing a scalp right now. I just picked up a few shares, but this is quick. I'm up 10% and I'm already out.
On what?
The Qs.
Uh-oh.
Point.
Options.
Yeah, 8, 6. Let's see. I'm trying to get filled. Oh,
I'm snacking. I'm going on mute so I can have my snack.
didn't get filled.
What's
right
your
there,
plan
guys.
for high of day or for hood, Mason? Hood. I mean, honestly, it's a day trade. We have the catalyst tomorrow. So I saw the strength in QQQ here after consumer
Get filled.
confidence. So now you have two tailwinds for hood. You have QQQ and you have the catalyst tomorrow. So I just entered common shares. And what am I going to do? What's my plan? Honestly, I'm in scalping mood. That's
Yeah.
it. That just gives me confidence. The QQQ and the event tomorrow gives me confidence to buy the dips. And if I can scalp for like 20, 30 cents, I'm not looking to make big money right now.
Yeah, I just scalped. That was a nice scalp.
TLT. God bless TLT. Please. Please, God bless TLT.
Oh, I should
Look
have
at
held on to that one.
DOMH. DOMH, another wow. Follow through day above the 20 DMA now, up 12% after 30% yesterday. I totally missed this one. Look at that. High of day coming up on the pre-market high of 630. Congrats to Mike or whoever is on top of that. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was Mike. Crushed that.
Good job. Good job. Check out the TLT though. Look, TLT's looking
Yeah,
beautiful.
TLT is great.
Much better than gold. Look at that now. Nice. I'm in the 90 Monday is the one I have hope for that added more to. I really wanted to get 89 Monday. I have like 91 and 92 Friday, which are probably gonna expire worthless at this point unless it explodes on PCE. All right, I'm going on mute for a sec.
Where? Ooh, Tesla had. It's going to rebound nice. Good continuation. Let's see if we can get above.
Yo, look at that TLT, baby.
Yeah. Oh, should have picked some up this morning. That was such an easy move. All right, we're pushing for another breakout again right here. Let's see if we get it. No. I don't know. I don't know, Ben. You seen this with the Qs? Keeps getting rejected.
I'm leaning bullish on the keys. Look at SPY.
Yeah, I see SPY, but it's. Which one do you think will pull each other, though?
SPY will pull QQQ. SPY's already cleanly holding the 200 DMA.
Yeah.
The longer SPY stays above the 200 DMA, the more QQQ basically has to also break it. You can't sustain that. You can't sustain SPY staying above the 200 and QQQ below the 200. That's not going to fly.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and look at the strength in OPTT.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna waiting to see him go for another scalp right here.
I don't understand Berna. I really. What's IWM doing today? All right, well, at least it's down. Okay. That would have been terrible if IWM was up and Berna was down.
I missed that bounce.
Oh, UVXI just spiked. You see that?
Off the scandal.
That's a weird. Not really correlated with. That's a weird move on UVXY. You just check the VIX. Where is it? Oh, this is the VIX. There we go. See, there's a QQQ. It's gonna break. It's gonna hit the 200 DMA. Probably gonna break it too. I think. Yeah. Here it goes.
Oh! Called it. Good job. Good job.
Yep. I'm not in it. Well, I mean,
You know what I'm gonna buy? I'm gonna go buy one of those things that you sit on your desk and you can buy 100 blocks. I'm gonna set it up. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
It's they're called like quick keys or whatever. I don't know the exact name or hotkeys. I think they're called hotkeys. So I can just have the contracts loaded up, the buys, calls and puts. You just click one button, it buys like 10 contracts, 50 contracts, 100.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look, this broke high of day. This broke the pre-market high QQQ, so it might explode past the 200 DMA here. 200 DMA 492.71. It's right there. So 492.68. And OPTT hitting my original target. Damn it. Sold it too early.
Hey, did your Discord change? My Discord colors changed and all that. Like they did an update on it or something.
On my phone or on the desktop?
On the desktop.
Oh. No, it's the same.
It's weird.
Oh my gosh, I could have made more money on
And I was going in for that scalp and I missed it. Yeah, just spiked over the 200-day moving average.
Well, I'm showing 492.71, but it will break.
Mine's delayed. Mine is super delayed. My daily moving average is showing 494.26. Hold on, let me refresh.
Huh.
Oh, Thomas just reached out to me.
Oh, what's he want?
Yeah, he said we can definitely do that. What do you have in mind?
The anchors, right?
Yeah, referring to the anchors.
Right, but can't we do it ourselves through their tools?
Yeah, we can. I was asking him because if you go look on there, I can't get it right. Like it keeps popping up on the header section differently. Man, I was honestly looking at like rebuying GLD back, but I missed that.
I mean, did he miss it? Just because he didn't get this candle here?
Hmm?
I mean, it didn't really go up yet.
Yeah, it didn't go up yet, but I was trying to get it back near this
This candle? You wanted this
before he
candle?
broke out, like around 279. Oh, I may get 279 again. Let's see. If we get around there, I may add. Gotta see what the mark. 4?
What's for?
Oh, someone's asking for the support on 4. What are you seeing?
4. I haven't looked at that in a while. Let's see.
Oh wow, this thing's been beaten up. Oh,
Intraday support or daily support? Can you ask? Who's asking? I'll go daily. I always go to daily. So, daily. Well, let's see. 85.90. Oh, I think 85.90 is next here. Well, top this 86.50. It broke yesterday's low. 4 doesn't look that great. I think it can.
I think you could see 84-ish.
Go to extended hours.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh no, sorry, I thought my sister just dropped something off.
The daily chart does not look great. Like if you like the 30-minute chart is that doesn't also look great actually. The 30-minute chart looks like it's getting rejected. I don't know. 4 does not look great to me. Looks like it wants to drop a buck or two. But I don't make decisions just on technicals, so
Is there any upcoming catalysts?
I don't know when the earnings are, but
And then Mike's
like
asking, do you have your S? Well, I have my daily. I have the DMAs, so the daily moving averages.
yeah, it is a daily, but it's simple. It's a simple moving average instead of the. I use simple instead of the exponent EMA, so it's a daily SMA is what I use. I don't like the EMA. I find the SMA works for me better.
Yeah, I mean, I think Yeah, because you set it up as the same on mine too when we did that. Yeah, because mine just says MA.
QQQ is now going for
So
the
yeah,
break.
mine is the and then closing price or some other price. Hold on, I have no idea.
QQQ is going for the break now.
Then on yours, do you have it? What do you have yours set at for the moving averages? The close, open, high, or low?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Is that
For
a
the moving
setting?
averages, if you click on it, you can
Yeah.
see up there.
Wait, hold on. MA.
Up,
Whoa. Where do I click?
it's like an eye emoji. Go over. I just saw it the other way.
Where?
It'll pop up right there. The eye.
This?
Yeah, or the setting. Yeah. And then the close. You have the close as well.
This
yeah,
is just the defaults. Yeah, I don't know how to. Moving averages. Close. What is. Ooh, wow. What's the default that most people use?
Mm-hmm.
It must be closed. I mean, that's what the defaults for at Webull.
Yeah, that's what I have.
This QQQ looks like it wants to cleanly break above the 200 DMA. I have to say,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of getting call options on QQQ.
Swing 'em. I'd probably go for like Friday.
Buy calls Friday's the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What is today? Tuesday or what? Yeah, look at that.
they're expensive. Look at that. Here we go. That's high day. Yep. Rally on, guys. Rally on.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
TLT is gonna go to trash again.
Yeah, see, it's
I just got QQQ calls for Friday. I got 494 calls for Friday.
yeah, it's weird because I have mine's set the same way as Ben's, but his shows it different, so I don't know what's happening there.
What show's different?
Me and Mike have the QQQ, the daily moving average at
What do you have?
494.26.
494.26?
Yeah, that's what mine shows, and so does his.
That's
And then you have the same settings as
weird.
us,
Wait a second.
and yours shows differently.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on. Let me go to barchart.com. QQQ.
Yeah, because I was always wondering, because yours was always a few cents off than mine, or even $1 or $2.
Technical analysis. 200-day moving average on QQQ. Wait, you guys have 494 as a 200?
Yeah, 26. Let me see what it says
What
now.
the heck?
Mine is now 494.27.
That's a big discrepancy. What are people saying on Twitter? Did we break it or not? Let's see what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I find my levels always match what they talk about in media and social media and stuff. Let's see.
Let me just look up QQQ. Let's see what people say.
Oh, that's a big discrepancy. We got to figure that out. We have the same settings, you're saying?
490. Now this guy's, when he posted his 200-day moving average was 492.70.
Right, that's what I have exactly.
And this is MMM, whoever that is.
That's exactly what I have. 492.71.
So that's his. Oh, there's another one. Some guy's saying his was 498. There's no way that's
I don't know what's going on.
what. All right,
look at
this
the options
guy's
and dates.
is the 20 day. Oh, that guy doesn't have the right.
I don't know, man. I've had. I think the levels I've seen is what people talk about in the media and everything.
Yeah, I don't know why we're getting that. Do you paid for updated data on
Yeah. I pay for everything on Webull. I pay him like
maybe that's the issue because
I have like 6 subscriptions on Webull.
yeah, see, Thinkorswim is different. The same, I do the same on that. I just started switching to use.
Oh, these call options are so expensive. We just had these huge big candles, and my calls went from 340 to 350. That's it.
Really? Let's see what these did.
I think I might have to sell these.
Today's contracts, they were from that move right there. They're up 40%. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not in it though, so
Have fun
I only
with
played the
your
scalp.
DTE. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, great. I bought VG and it went straight down. What was that supposed to be? Like a flight to safety, and now everyone's back into. Everything's pumping now, man.
Yeah, look at
Everything is pumping. How about IWM? Oh, it's trying to come back. Already. All right, let's see how much these calls are now. 340 to 353. I mean, hardly worth it, the effort. Let's see. The hood is going to be dragged up by this move big time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Maybe that's what I should do. Instead of QQQ calls, I should do hood calls.
Yeah, especially with the event.
Yeah, hood calls.
You know, I didn't know you could have your Roth IRA and stuff on there.
Where?
On Robinhood now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can always have a Roth there.
I didn't know that. I just put one on there and threw some money in it. Max it out for this year. Because my one is with Fidelity. Like you said, they suck.
Yeah. I just bought some QQQ. No. Hood 49 calls for next week. Hood 49 for next week. I think I'm going to be
for those.
A lot. $2.30.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sell the QQQs and just focus on Hood. I'm up now almost 20 cents a contract, which is like $85. All right. I made like $100 on that. On the QQQ calls. All right, and now I'm going with the hood calls instead.
See, good thing you stayed around.
Yeah. VG's not working. All right, let's see what else can go up with this QQQ breakout, baby. Let's go. Hymns. Yeah. Hymns should be dragged up too. Not Mobileye, not on that catalyst. Look at TEM. Great pickup by, was it Ross at $58, $59?
Yeah, 58, 85.
Yeah, UPSC, Affirm, TEM. These should all do well on this move here. Laser's actually green today. Okay. Yeah, hood is looking gorgeous. Hood is looking gorgeous. What is this? OPTT weight target. I want to cry. OPTT. You go to 63 cents.
Yeah, SDS rejected.
Oh, there it is. Now OPTT hits my original 59 sell order. Damn it. Should have kept it. Would have sold right here.
Alrighty, Ben. I think I'm gonna log off for today.
Yeah, I think I am too. And I'm leaving soon for a doctor's appointment.
All right, sounds good.
But you know, I never get off my phone. So I'll
Sounds
talk to you guys there. All right, see ya.
Alrighty, sounds good. See ya.
All right,
Take care,
bye.
everyone.
All right.